This is probably going to be the most important video I ever made on Baby Dogecoin inside of my entire life. Now, it's very, very important to understand because a lot of people they just can't really grasp this concept. And it's pretty important. I've mentioned it a lot of times, but people still don't really understand it. And it's actually one of those things that could really help you out this next bull market as Bitcoin goes crazy, Ethereum, BNB, Doge, Sheep, as all these different cryptos go to the moon during the bull market, Baby Doge will be alongside of it. And I'll tell you why inside of this video and why it's so important for you to understand this concept because this also applies to a lot of other altcoins that people are looking down on because of the current bear market that we're in, but they don't understand this one concept, which could pretty much make them a lot of money. But anyways, we're going to talk about this. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe and leave a comment in the comment section and let me know what you all want me to go over next. And also, check out chartprime.com if you want to get the best trading view indicators. You can get 7 days risk-free, and then after that, you'll have to pay, but try risk-free for 7 days if you want to go ahead and do that. And yeah, it's a pretty good platform. So if you scroll all the way down here, you can see $67 a month or whatever one you want to do. And I personally use this to do my trading and my technical analysis on this channel. And also, if you just want to help support the channel, you can go ahead and do that as well because this is an affiliate link. So I do get paid off of the affiliates going to this if you want to go ahead and check that out, being fully transparent. But this is definitely a very good trading mechanism to use, and I really love the momentum wave bands on this trading indicator here. So you can go ahead and check out chartprime.com. But anyways, more on that later on. We're going to talk about this major topic with Baby Doge. And this is pretty interesting because they just now made this post on Twitter and it pretty much breaks down everything that we've all been thinking about. Now, at first glance, it won't look like it's anything important, right? It says swap as a service is coming soon. This is pretty big because let's say, for instance, like Augie Inu, they can go ahead and put this on their website and integrate Baby Doge Swap into their website. They can literally put a widget there that will literally link to Baby Doge Swap. Any website can do this. So let's say there's an altcoin that just comes out on the Binance Smart Chain. They don't want to make their own swap, but they want a swap on their website. Well, they could integrate Baby Doge Swap into their website, and now they technically have a DeFi swap connected to their website. And Baby Doge is literally becoming the middleman for them. So this will allow projects to add the Baby Doge swap widget for their site, allowing their users to never leave the site to do swaps or buy with crypto fiat or buy crypto with fiat. Plus, help spread awareness for new users of these projects, increasing awareness of Baby Doge and animal adoption. V2 swap widget will also burn tokens, helping projects become deflationary. So this is actually a pretty big statement here for Baby Doge. And this isn't what we're going to talk about, but we're going to have a very important discussion in this video because there's a lot going on with the Baby Doge. And, as we were mentioning before with these technical indicators, you can kind of see that, like just what I mentioned the other day, we're going to pretty much go here and stop at this little red line here, and that's going to be acting as a support for us. So we've stopped there and kind of bounced back up. But we're going to go down a little bit more because as you can see, we're having a hard time trying to get back up to this resistance that we got rejected at, which is all the way up here at 8Z14. So it's going to be hard for us to get back up there. And you can see now with us at the support, we're probably going to end up going back down to 1250. So that's pretty much what we're watching out for here. And then the bottom of this momentum wave band, 8Z1090, that's going to be like bottom support for us here for Baby Doge. So that's pretty much what we're looking towards. And I would say we'd probably end up stopping around 8Z 1250 to 8Z 1100 because that's just the more probable area for us to stop at. But more on this inside of another video. We'll go in depth on the actual technical analysis for this. But like I said, if you want these technical trading indicators, you can go ahead and check out chartprime.com. Very good indicators. But let's get to the juicy stuff and the big topic of discussion here for the video. So this was actually at the bottom of this post. You can see what this person asks. Now, shout out to everyone asking questions here. This is how we grow as a community, and this is how you gain more knowledge on anything really in life. Just asking questions. So it was a very good question, and this is a question that's been asked a lot that I've answered a lot that really needs to continue to be answered because it's pretty important. Now it says, with all these programs, why is Baby Doge not growing? Now, that's a pretty bold statement, especially considering if you go over here to the Binance Smart Chain or BSC scan for Baby Doge, you can see within the last 2 weeks, we've gained about 2,000 new holders, and we consistently do that every single 2 weeks. We consistently get in 2,000 holders. Like 2 weeks ago, we had 1,762,937 holders. Now today we have 1,764,494 holders. So that's a lot. Like 2,000 holders every single week, or I mean every single 2 weeks, which is pretty good. We were at a rate of like 1,000 holders um, almost every other day, but it's kind of slowed down a little bit since then. But it's still growing at a very fast pace. Now, the main important thing that we need to talk about here is this question, though. With all these programs, why is Baby Doge not growing? Well, I just showed you that Baby Doge is in fact growing. Maybe it's not growing inside of price, right? But it still is growing overall as a project. And if you look at it, we're up more than what we were when we first came out. So we are technically growing as a project. We're only down 2.2% in the last year, which is not that bad. But the Baby Doge developers, or the team here on Twitter, rather, they said, why isn't Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, Doge, or Sheep growing? And this is a fact. And then I came here and responded, like I say this all the time, and people just don't understand how the crypto market works. And yeah, they don't understand how the crypto market cycles work. And yeah, a lot of people just can't, they just can't grasp this concept, right? Now, I want to pretty much debunk this because what they said is exactly true. Why isn't Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, Doge, and Sheep, growing? Why aren't they growing? Well, it's called a crypto market cycle. When you have a bull market, everything grows. When you have a bear market, everything goes down. And it's really as simple as that. And we can literally debunk this within milliseconds. So we're going to be looking at things from June to July, around that time, all the way until now. And that's of 2021 till now. And you can see June in 2021 where Baby Doge was. Baby Doge was all the way back here at, this looks like 9Z17. Yes, 9 zeros and a 17. 9 zeros. Now we're at 8Z17. And that's a huge difference from where we're at now. Let's be completely honest. It's a very big difference. Now, it may actually be a little bit more or less than that. I mean, this is crazy looking at the difference, but that's what Baby Doge was doing within the last 2 years. So people may say that's not growth, but it's about 100x if you look at it. It's literally thousands of percent up from where it was. Like, let's think about this logically. 9Z17, so 9 zeros and a 17, as to oppose where we are right now. And where we are right now, it's 8 zeros and 1 3. So if you think about it, we've more than doubled, we've more than tripled, we've more than quadrupled, we've more than 10x our entire gains inside of Baby Doge since the launch. Yet people saying that it's not growing. But this isn't necessarily the thing that we were going to talk about. We want to talk about why isn't Bitcoin growing, Ethereum, BNB, Doge, Sheep? Because if you look at Bitcoin, since all the way back here, we can even look at since to the 2020, right? Bitcoin has not been growing since then. It's actually been going down. And if you look at it, really, we really want to look at from June, because that's where we're looking at for Baby Doge. So if we go over here and we look at June of 2021, all the way till now, Bitcoin has actually went down substantially, a lot of money since then. It was at 35K the 5th of June, 2021. And now it's at 30.4K. Why has Bitcoin went down $5,000 in 2 years and hasn't went up a penny? In 2 years, Bitcoin is down $5,000. But if you look at Baby Doge, in 2 years, Baby Doge is up. I mean, let's call a spade a spade. Let's be completely honest. Let's say this one more time. In 2 years, Bitcoin is down Bitcoin is down $5,000 in 2 years, from 35K to 30K. Baby Doge is actually up in the last 2 years, right? And that's not the only thing. Ethereum. If we look over here at Ethereum, and this is just looking from July, it's even worse if you look at it from June. But from July, from $1,900 for Ethereum to where we are now, 2 years ago, or 2 years later, $1,800. So in 2 years, Ethereum has done nothing but went down. And obviously, we're now entering the bull market. Like the bull market is starting to ramp up. That's why you see Bitcoin moving up to 30K. That's why you see Ethereum moving up a little bit as well. And that's also why you see Baby Doge moving up a little bit as well. So the bull market, it's coming into effect. It's pretty much the start of the bull market. And this is pretty much where you want to start accumulating. But more on that later. But like I was saying, 2 years ago, Ethereum is down from those 2 years. Now, if you look at BNB, what was BNB doing at the same time that we are now 2 years ago? BNB is down. It is down from where it was 2 years ago. It was at $308. Now it's at $245. Why is BNB down within 2 years? Hasn't done nothing in 2 years. Why is Ethereum down in 2 years? Hasn't done nothing in 2 years. Why is Bitcoin down in 2 years? Hasn't done nothing in 2 years. The same reason why Baby Dogecoin is up in 2 years, because it's went up in the last 2 years. And that's because it's the bear market. But when you actually have a fresh new coin with a huge community that starts in a bear market, and literally we were rising the whole bear market, and we had pullbacks, but we always bounced back in the bear market, and we're still in the bear market doing the same thing, but we're up. We're up more than Bitcoin in the last 2 years. We are up more than Ethereum in the last 2 years. We are up more than BNB in the last 2 years. And now the next one we want to look at is Dogecoin. We already know what Dogecoin did back in 2020 going into 2021. But look at from 2021 till now, 2 years ago till right now, what is Dogecoin doing? Dogecoin was at 18 cents 2 years ago. Now it's only at 6 cents. So it's literally down half of what it was. And I don't know, why is Dogecoin not performing? Why is it down? Why has Dogecoin had no growth in the last 2 years? Maybe because it's a bear market. I mean, it's pretty obvious. And that's the same reason why Baby Doge is down as well. So it's not that Baby Doge is a scam coin. It's not that it's a poo coin. It's not that it's garbage. It's literally that it's a bear market. And on top of that, it's also a meme coin. And meme coins, they typically do very poorly inside of bear markets. Let's be completely honest. Dogecoin has not been performing well this bear market, right? But if you look at Bitcoin has had substantial ups and not as much substantial downs, as well as Ethereum. But when you look at Doge is more of a straight downward path because it's a meme coin in a bear market. It's just kind of how it is. Same thing with Sheep. Sheep is a meme coin in a bear market, so it's down within the last 2 years. And see, the more interesting thing about Sheep is Sheep started around not around the same time that we started, but Sheep really started to pump and rise around the same time that Baby Doge was started. And more than not, if you look at where we started here with Baby Doge, we had huge growth at the beginning, just like Sheep had huge growth right over here 2 years ago. So why is Sheep not growing within the last 2 years? Well, it's the same reason why Doge hasn't. BNB, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Baby Doge, and all the other cryptos. It's because we are inside of a bear market, and this is the cycle of crypto. And if you think about it, it's literally the cycle of all financial markets, from real estate to stocks to bonds to crypto. Crypto is just more risky. If you look at stocks, the stocks are all down right now. If you look at real estate, it had its peak. It's now starting to go down. And the bonds, I don't know much about bonds, so I'm not even going to speak on that. But anyways, you get the drift. Things, they rise, but then they must come down once they rise. And they stay down for a while. So it's been 2 years. And now we should be entering a bull market once the Bitcoin halving starts to ramp up. So that's pretty much what we're expecting here. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that, because, but yeah, shout out to this person for asking this. This was a very good question and a good topic of discussion, because a lot of people need to understand that. And yeah, that's exactly why everything is down. Like, Baby Doge is down and it's not growing because we're inside of a bear market cycle. The same reason Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, Doge, Sheep, Solana, Cardano, Polygon, like same reason all the cryptos are down. I mean, I don't even gotta mention Solana or Polygon with knowing it. Like, I can literally go over there right now and understand that if we go to Cardano and look at the last 2 years, Cardano is down. And I don't have to know anything about the price. Like, I didn't even look at this before the video. I literally just thought on the top of my head, Cardano's probably down in the last 2 years. And better yet, better not. Like, look at this, literally down in the last 2 years. It's still down from $1.19 to 28 cents. And if you look at the peak about almost $3 all the way down to where it's at now. So the beauty of this is because during this next bull market, I mean, you can look at something like Cardano and say, like, Cardano sucks. It does nothing. I think Cardano has huge potential. And if you look at this, it's like 28 cents right now. And at the peak, it was about 30, or it was at $3, not $30. But yeah, it was about $3, right? If you take 10 and then you multiply 10 by 35 billion, which is where Cardano is at currently, probably get around 350 billion, somewhere around there. So let's just kind of do a little bit of a math problem right now. And this is kind of put things into perspective of what Baby Doge is probably going to do as well. So if you multiply this by 10, let's say Cardano gets to $10. Well, that's $350 billion market cap, right? $350 billion market cap at $10. Well, let's say you have at least $10,000 to put in right now at about what, 28 cents per Cardano, and that will give you 34.6K Cardano times $10 if it can get there during the next bull market. Boom, $346,000 made off of $10,000. And this is the exact same thing that Baby Doge can do. Obviously, Baby Doge isn't going to be worth $10 ever, ever. And let me say this again, ever, ever, ever. Baby Doge will never be worth $10 because the total supply is way too high. The total supply is very high, so it won't get there. But it can get to 6Z1. It could possibly get to 5Z1 as well, but it cannot get to $10. At 5Z1, Baby Doge would have the same market cap as Cardano if Cardano reaches $10. That's to kind of put things into perspective there. It'll be in the hundreds of billions. But anyways, moving on to doing the Baby Doge math to look at what we would have here in Baby Doge, putting $10,000 in at the current price. First things first, before we even find out about that, let's take the current circulating supply of Baby Doge. And I do believe it is around 152 billion, but we don't have to be exact here. But take the current circulating supply and multiply it by our target price, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're looking towards this at 61 because it'll be a 15.6 billion market cap, which is very achievable. Dogecoin at its peak hit 90 billion. SHIB at its peak hit 50 billion. I believe we can hit 15.6 billion, especially if we get rid of this 10% tax. And the 10% tax isn't even on centralized exchanges, so we can still get there without, taking off the tax because, the centralized exchanges. And shout out to the Baby Doge army for making me realize this. I honestly didn't even personally know that you don't have to pay taxes on a centralized exchange until you all mentioned it. So shout out to you all. I don't know everything. But yeah, shout out to you all for mentioning that. But let's just go ahead and say we had $10,000 inside of Baby Doge at the current price, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 13, 42, 8Z1342 gives you about this much Baby Doge. So million, billion, trillion, that gives you 7.451 trillion, right? And then you go ahead and multiply that by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6Z1. That then gives you 745,000. So technically speaking, Baby Doge has more upside potential than Cardano, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Doge, SHIB, because those cryptos are already priced at such a high valuation point that they're just not going to get much higher than what Baby Doge can inside of gains. You put $10,000 in Baby Doge, you're possibly getting 745K, and that's not even like this is being modest, like 15 billion. I believe Baby Doge could probably do 50 billion at the peak of the next bull market, right? And that's going to be way higher than what it's now. But right now it's at 745K. If you put in $10,000 now and it reaches 6C1, which is $15.6 billion market cap. So I'll kind of let that sit there with you all. But yeah, like I said, we already know why Bitcoin, Doge, and SHIB and Ethereum and all that aren't doing nothing in the last 2 years. Baby Doge has done a lot in the last 2 years. And if you look, we're still trending. So anyways, this is pretty much all I got for you all today. Hit the like button and subscribe, all that good stuff. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Check out the link in the description for Chart Prime if you want the best trading view indicators in the industry. And as always, I'll be back with another video.